Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Billionaire Jaswant Rai has come out to clear the air and demystify a topic that has really caused a lot of tension over the weekend. Earlier on, there were some news that Jaswant Rai, who is the head of Rai Group of Companies, had summoned all the managers and had indicated to them that he was closing all the companies and was relocating to another country, which he didn't mention. Now, when this news came up, it really scared people because Rai has got a group of companies and very many Kenyans are employed. Now, Rai became a man who grabbed headlines when President William Ruto took to the public to warn him against what William Ruto and people who are around William Ruto say is his dominance in the sugar industry and other industries. And William Ruto was saying that Jaswant Rai is one person who is a stumbling block in the resuscitation of the sugar industries. I come from the sugar belt and I know the predicaments that people face there. So William Ruto decided to take to public in something that many experts felt was a mere PR. And he gave Jaswant Rai only 3 options if he wanted to survive. And he told him that Jaswant Rai had, the first option was to vacate from the Kenyan business, from the Kenyan market, vacate and settle somewhere. Number 2 was to be taken to jail. And number 3 was to go to heaven. I don't know how this were to be achieved, because when you tell someone to go to heaven, this is tantamount to you want to kill them, and you want to take people to jail. You have not even prosecuted them. You are the president and you want to take them to jail. It's really raising a lot of eyebrows. And then when you tell them they vacate from your country and yet they employ several Kenyans in an environment where the economic situation is very dire, the rate of unemployment continues to skyrocket. People really felt that our president missed the mark, even if he was trying to play PR so that people could see that he wants to fight corruption. He went overboard. And I remember some right groups went and petitioned that the president's statements were out of order. So it seems like Rai decided to take the first option, to vacate the Kenyan market. Now, one thing that William Ruto did not see, whether he meant his words or this was just on a light note, he didn't realize that when Rai decides to close businesses and vacate, then he's going to leave a very big gap that will not be filled immediately. And I understand that maybe there are question marks about his involvement and dominance in several business industries, the timber industry, the sugar industry. This must be investigated. And you see, the way a serious government does things is not to issue statements outside there. I always believe that if you see a person giving warnings, those are meant for public PR, public relations, I mean. And so when he went there to warn, I never took him seriously. But you never know with a government such as ours. So this must be investigated to understand whether he is a cartel, whether he forms a cartel in the sugar industry and in the other industries, so that the people who are in the sugar belt cannot benefit. This must be investigated, but not making noise in public. So it seems he had decided to take the first option, but this really went down with a lot of pain to Kenyans who started lamenting. Because I want you to imagine if you're employed now and then you're told that you're dismissed, or you're told that the company is relocating. You are a Kenyan and there is no guarantee that you want to relocate with the company. maybe they are going all the way to Egypt or Botswana or where. Even if they are going to our neighbors here in TZ, you can't go with them. There are people there who will be yearning for such employment opportunities. So after a weekend of tension, and I believe Rai was watching and listening and reading comments, he decided to come out and demystify this notion. And this is what he said. So in a press release, this is what Rai said. Press release for immediate release, September 25th. Misinformation of closure of Rai Group on the social media platforms. And they said that the management at Rai Group of Companies wishes to inform all its business partners, stakeholders including farmers, employees, the media, and indeed the general public that the misinformation circulating on social media platforms to the effect that Rai Group is closing down all its operations and is relocating to another country is, to say the least, regrettable misinformation bordering on unhelpful propaganda coming at this time of severe economic challenges. The Rai Group is cognizant of its contribution to the economic growth of the Kenyan economy through job creation and, more importantly, through the production of high quality goods and the provision of services that circulates and consumed both locally and internationally. So they know the role that they play, they know that they have employed people, and they know that we are facing very dire economic circumstances. Why do you think this news came, and who do you think has benefited? If you ask me, it is Rai himself. You know, Rai is a businessman, and he has survived over the years in the successive governments. He might have engineered this to see the reaction of people and to show William Ruto that he is not a walkover. He wanted to show Ruto that he really he plays a pivotal role economically in our nation. Because let's face it, there are people who are not employed. The situation is very bad. And so we need to embrace our investors so that whenever there is a problem, you need to have a meeting with them and have an amicable solution so that we don't try and, as we remove the cartelism in a person, we also dismiss all the others who have been employed. So Rai wanted William Ruto to see this, and I believe William Ruto has seen the importance of Rai. Number two, he might have been serious that he wanted to vacate the Kenyan economy because of some frustrations. The frustrations could mean they want they are threatening you with death, they are seeking for bribes, they want you to join them, you know, such kind of things. And so maybe he was serious, he wanted to vacate, but then the government moved in very fast to talk to him and told him, we can work this out, because as you can see, he's saying that he's committed to producing quality goods and services. So this could have been, the government might have moved in very fast to cool down the rhetorics, to talk to him, because they took cognizance of the fact that if Rai folds the companies, then people are going to be unemployed. And where, you know, when you have a country with the majority who are employed and the employment rate is skyrocketing and moving high, then you are breeding chaos. You are breeding, you'll have a youth group that will get to things like stealing because they are now idle, they are hungry, and I think they must have realized that, and they moved in. And the third one, this could have been rumor. You know, Kenyans feed on rumors very fast. It could have been something that someone just started, and you see the way we consume things on social media, it might have just been another rumor. Whichever way it is, whether it is a rumor, whether it is something that was initiated by Rai just to show William Ruto his importance, whether he was serious, he wanted to move out, he has benefited because people now know the importance of Jaswant, and the government has also realized that we need to embrace our investors, because if he decided to take the first option to vacate the country, he will vacate and you will be left with people who are unemployed. And I think he really scared the hell out of State House. I don't know what you think, but that is my take.